Yeah, and David, the big question we ask in events like this is, how can we prevent something like this? Can we prevent it? We've heard the now almost cliche phrase time and time again, if you see something, say something. But what are we looking for? Today I sat down with a former Marine who did half a dozen tours in Afghanistan and Iraq, and he now trains special forces and law enforcement on situational awareness and profiling all across the country. He also happens to be married to a member of the King 5 family. His goal is simple: to help us all become more aware and better trained to deal with future threats. And it begins with listening to our body.
If you're in a situation somewhere and you don't like the way you feel, if you know that gut feeling that you hear people talk about, it's not a sixth sense. It is actually the fact that your brain is processing information so quickly that it's already to Z. You're still on B and D or whatever.
Your body's ahead of the brain.
And your body's ahead of the curve because it's built in. It's a built-in survival mechanism. So pay attention to that. And ask the question. Don't be afraid to ask the question why.
How does one go about making themselves more aware to their surroundings, aside from just putting down the electronics once in a while?
There are people who are just defensively minded and are looking to enhance their awareness and enhance their ability to not be a victim. That's some of it. It's like, I don't want to be a victim, so I pay attention to what's going on around me. And it's not easy to do either.
Right, I was going to say, how do you get those other people to want to do that without raising their fear level or panic level?
Well, I would say the more you educate yourself, actually, the less fear, the less panic you will feel.
It sounds like you really want people to just kind of take it upon themselves to just be better prepared in general.
I mean, at the worst case scenario, if you go up to find a law enforcement officer or call 911 and say, hey, we just saw this, and give the best description that you can of what it was you saw, and who it was, so on and so forth, and say, we're not sure, but this is what we saw, and it didn't seem right. It's better than nothing. It's better than nothing.
So growing up, I don't remember a world like this, but like it or not, this is now the world we live in. We may not be able to stop the next mass shooting or the next person who decides to mow people down in a truck, but we don't have to be helpless victims either. We can at least try to see it coming, see the signs that someone is not okay. Maybe just ask how they are. That little gesture could make all the difference in saving their life or possibly saving countless others. So lots of little things we can all do.